And the title says it all. All right. The thumbnail says it all. I know you guys are used to me um mostly doing, what is it, horizontal lives. If I do them, I either do it through the computer or through my cell phone, but I do a horizontal. I'm trying to shake things up. Let me know if you fuck with the whole vertical shit. Let me know if you fuck with the whole vertical shit. And let me know if you can hear me well too, because I do have this mic, but I'm trying not to put it right here because it can be a little too loud. So I'm putting it down here, and it still should be able to pick up every single thing. So we should be good. Um, this is a different time for me too. Usually, I do this type of stuff at night, like 8 or 9 o'clock or something. But I don't know, man. I'm just trying to do some new shit. I'm trying to do some new shit, bro. I got some new shit cooking. All right. Um, I have one video about how Eminem is responsible for fascism coming out. I'm working on that thing for quite a bit of time. The Eminem is fascism's fascism is Eminem's fault. I'm working on that video. I've been working on another video as well too about Keegan Michael Key and his supposedly abusive girlfriend or wife or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out what's happening with all of that. But we're gonna talk about obviously MIA getting booed off of Kid Cudi's stage at his tour and eventually being fired. We are gonna dig into that. I want to wait for maybe a couple more people to come in, see what's good, see what's popping. What's up? Shout out to all the watchers right now. So I appreciate everyone being here. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done my cell phone lives. I've been trying to transfer over to the computer lives, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think my internet is like strong enough or some shit. Cause like I'll try. Like I just did one before and it was good for like 20, 30 minutes. And then after that, it just kind of went out. Like it started freezing all the time. I don't know if it was just that day, but it kind of almost makes me a little scared to do it again because I don't want to, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to waste your time. If you guys are the consumers, you guys are the viewers. I don't want to try to act like I'm doing a live show like I'm fucking DJ Academics and it doesn't work. What's up, man? Hey, what's good? What's good? Ryan Metten, what's good? Valente. There's some of these names I remember too. It's been a minute. What's good? What's good? We're piling in here. There we go. There we go. This is what I was waiting for, man. We're gonna get into the whole MIA thing too. I had to do this live early just because I was like, I'm trying to break this story as quickly as possible. I haven't seen nothing about it yet. The shit is fucking crazy. If you haven't heard, MIA got booed off of stage for Kid Cudi's tour and shit. So, you know, what is it? What did I say wrong? Valente? Is it not Valente Tillery? Or is it Valenti Tillery? Let me know. Let me know. I don't like mispronouncing people's names. We're gonna get into this, man. But yes, if you guys didn't know, that's the big story of the day. Do you guys know MIA? You may have heard of MIA. If you don't know her, you're younger than me. And if you do know her, you were running around in 2009 dressed business casual and smoking a lot of weed and watching Pineapple Express and loving it. Um, that's basically MIA's calling card when it comes to all this shit, bro. Is she for me? I didn't know her that much because I wasn't really into like London rap, grime or just London electronic music, and that shit was really popping off during the day. And I kind of tried going back to some shit. I like Skepta a bit now, and there's a lot of British rappers and people that seem to be doing well. Thank you. I know I got it right. There you go. I care about people. I do my thing. Um, but MIA was a very, very popular rapper. She actually comes from Sri Lanka. She's Sri Lankan. London and all that stuff. It's a very mixed place. And she made that song Paper Planes. I fly like paper, get high like planes. We've all heard that song. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Still more people coming. Uh I am at my house right now, chilling. I decided not to go on the computer and do live because I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Um, but if you know MIA, she was basically she made that song Paper Planes, very well received. It was actually sampled, for that song "Swagger Like Us," which was huge when I was a kid. With Kanye, Jay Z, Ti, Lil Wayne. It was like shit was crazy. Shit was crazy. You know what I mean? It was like a crossover episode for hip hop. She was wild. So she does have a little bit of a stamp in hip hop a little bit. She's a bit of a one hit wonder, but she definitely has her own lane, and she was definitely in that more electronic wave of shit. You feel me? Like she was a lot more, um, more into the kind of what is that Santa Gold kind of sound, you know. What are you looking for? What is my favorite song? My favorite song, I don't know, dog. I'll be 100% with you. I don't like I love music so much that the shit is like I don't know, there's so much shit that I absolutely love. I don't know if I have an actual favorite song. Uh if I'm being 100% real with you, I don't know if I actually have a favorite song. I would say if I had a favorite song, it's probably one of like Kanye's early songs, like School Spirit might be one of my favorite songs. Off College Dropout, you know, um, and and damn, there's some wild people in these fucking comments. Y'all need to get out and touch grass. And I say that as a nigga who's inside his house, dog. He's some weirdos out here, man. Uh, no, I don't just love all songs. I love a lot of different shit. But you're asking for my favorite song of all music. That's an insanely hard thing to fucking deal with. I don't know. What's your favorite fucking song? Everybody in the chat right now, put in what your favorite song is. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. I don't, I would say School Spirit by Kanye. Maybe Power. I like that song by him as well too. I'm a huge Ye fan. I don't listen to him as much now. Nigga, that's an artist. Like your favorite song is Young Boy. What the fuck? That's like me saying my favorite song is Jay-Z. That doesn't make sense. That's an artist. My favorite rapper is different. Favorite rapper, I don't know. Right now, I'd probably say J. Cole. He's like my favorite, like lyricist guy. And then as far as like the person I listen to the most, if I'm gonna be honest, it's still Drake. It's still Drake. You know what I mean? I mix it up though a lot. I'll listen to a lot of different people, man. I'll put on like Black Star or some shit. Then I'll put on, something more poppy. I'll even listen to a little Jack Harlow. I'm all over the place, bro. I can talk about Camp Low and I can talk about fucking, K-pop. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere with this shit, all over the place. Y'all didn't even put in your favorite songs, man. Let me know. Let me know. Run it up in the chat a little bit. Let's get this community going. Let's get some energy going in here. Let's get some good vibes going in here. You know, because I think there needs to be some more positive vibes in hip hop. There's a lot of negative vibes right now, and even this story shows all of that. Honestly, bro, like I don't know what's happening in hip hop right now when it comes to the whole fucking uh, conservative aspect of shit. Like I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, like hip hop was all about fuck bitches, get money, this, that, and the third. But like now I feel like that you have this Donald Trump, type shit. It's like these people are getting crazy. And MIA, this is why the whole entire shit happened. You feel me? Is because like she's a rapper from London. She was popping off at one time. She stopped popping off and she did a grift like a lot of people have been doing, which is she just kind of randomly decided to become Republican. The first time she was really on that more conservative route was, of course, during the big global issue that we had. I don't want to get a strike or have like YouTube not show my shit to as many people. So the big global issue we had in 2020 with, certain medical knowledge. That's the first time that she kind of became more conservative. And people were kind of 50-50 about it. They didn't like it, but it was fine, whatever. And then she kind of just got into this whole fucking, thing about illegal immigrants. And she just went full Candace Owens, full on Candace Owens, full Cash Patel, full Elon Musk. and she just didn't give a shit, you know. And for a while, I guess people kind of distance herself, themselves from her, and she's a one hit wonder, so people don't really fuck with her like that anyway, you know. But Kid Cudi apparently was just nice, you know. I feel like her sound and his sound kind of match each other quite a bit, right? So even though she's not really his cup of tea politically, I could see why they had some sort of resonance musically. Um, Basically, I'm talking about MIA. You know this. Why are you bothering me? um, if you don't, the thing is like Kid Cudi, they're very close together, musically or whatever. And basically, that's the whole reason they kind of got together. I think he gave her a stipulation of like, hey, you can be on the tour, but like, don't don't fucking talk about fucked up shit. And literally, what she did was she went on stage. She literally went on stage and she has a song called Illegal, and she goes, "Oh, I have a song called Illegal. Maybe I shouldn't play it because there could be some illegals here." And then the entire crowd just started booing this woman constantly, booing her, booing her, booing her. Bro, I heard it was bad. I've been looking for footage of it, and I might do a longer actual like real YouTube video about it. I just needs to get this out, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, dude, like I heard it was bad. I heard it was real, real bad. And like immediately after she was off stage, Kid Cudi got rid of her. He just came out with a statement not even like an hour ago about the whole issue, where he was like, "Yo, I told her she could do the tour if she didn't bring up any of that shit, and she deliberately brought up all that shit. She's gone now." And then he signed it, Rager, peace out. And I admire that. I admire that, bro. I really do admire that because like there's a lot of people who are just about the money. And that's not to say that Kid Cudi might not be a guy who's like just about the money, but uh, it shows he has some sort of backbone. It shows he has some sort of backbone because I feel like there's a lot of people right now in hip hop that want to test the waters of conservatism around like leftist people. Like I feel like most music, if we're talking, hip hop, metal, whatever, it is it kind of sort of left leaning. It might not be overtly left leaning. Not every song is about trans rights or something, but I even think just the arts and self expression in itself is just left leaning, and that's why like art gets so many left leaning people as fans, whereas like conservatives they like art to an extent, but it doesn't dig as deep, and they're just not as passionate about it. And you can see this, historically, not even just with hip hop or anything, but it's always been like that. Like the counterculture in the 60s, people uh I'm sure there were some conservatives at Woodstock who were just like, I'm just here to get laid, right? But for the most part, it's like everybody was kind of free thinking at that time. I don't know where boomers went wrong, but who knows? Who knows? Uh but yeah, man, it's really nuts. The fact that Kid Cudi had to deal with that. The whole crowd had to deal with that. And now people are eating this woman alive. They are eating this woman alive, bro. And you know what? I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I mean, how stupid do you have to be to feel like you have to push your views on somebody when you already accepted the offer that you wouldn't, Like you literally had already accepted the offer, man. I could understand if you guys are still negotiating and then he was like, fuck it, do whatever you want. But it's like, you signed the paper. I don't know. You gotta give a fuck. You gotta give a fuck. Am I crazy about this? Because I feel like I'm not. And I feel like people need to start talking about this like MAGA bullshit. Um, uh, like all the time. Like I feel like hip hop, we're really dealing with this. Like Young Boys, MAGA, this dude's favorite person is Young Boy, right? Fucking who else is MAGA? Kanye is MAGA, obviously, right? And then I just feel like a lot of these rappers that are like super big now, um, they're just all about money to a sickening degree, you know, to a point where it's just like, what even is this? Like, I understand hip hop has always been about like get money, do you think, you know, whatever, but there was always a separate element of like leftist theory within that, black liberation and self expression, and I feel like we're losing that, and I think it's kind of because of the internet and the commodification of social media, right? You know, nothing is about actually having talent anymore. You know, in fact, people kind of despise talent, right? All the time. Like they don't even want to be around it, you know? Like social media made it so no one gives a shit about talent anymore. All the whole game is about how you can keep people's attention for the longest, whether in a negative way or a positive way. That's all it's about. That's literally all like, you know, art essentially is about now. Is like trying to agitate people. You know, people will take, you know, a guy making racist rants over a woman who has practiced violin for, you know, 60 years and this is what she does every day and it's amazing. You know what I mean? And now I think it's made a lot of talentless people who are just weird agitators and do get people's attention. I'm not gonna lie, there is a skill to it, but it's made a lot of talentless people feel like almost like in competition with people with talent, you know? So there's this need to kind of push you know, kind of real talented artists out of the limelight. And I think this happens quite often, man. You see it a lot. Like I just made this video about Dame Dash and the real reason that Dame Dash hates Jay-Z. And the real reason that Dame Dash hates Jay-Z is because Dame Dash wants to be Jay-Z. He wants to be a rapper. You know what I mean? He was the manager, but he never wanted to be the manager. He wanted to be the rapper, right? And this happens all the fucking time. Nowadays, you know, like in the 90s, when a kid could rap, a kid could play ball, all this type of shit, like the hood protected them, the community protected them to a certain extent, right? But now I feel like the drug dealer that was protecting the kid from getting robbed and this, that, and the third is now like almost he is the rapper now. Like instead of protecting the kid who's a rapper, he beat up the kid who's a rapper, so the kid doesn't want to rap anymore, and now he's the rapper. But he doesn't even actually care about hip hop, so he's tainting everything, and that kind of leads into this kind of conservatism of shit because the people don't even care about the art form that they're making. And so when they see somebody like Donald Trump, who is the leader but doesn't care about the country that he even is in, he's just there to drain it for its resources. You know, I think they see it, they get inspired, and they take a side, and the side is his. You know, that's really what it is, man. That's really what it is. It's kind of fucking crazy. It's kind of crazy, and that's why you know, I even think that's why AI is kind of taking over so much as well too, dude. Like you know, because I feel like people just don't care about talent anymore. You know, what do you guys think though? You know, as far as the whole talent thing goes, I don't know. It's a rough thing, man. It's a rough thing. And even AI music and shit, it's like I don't know. The death of art is just that too many people who don't do art want the attention that artists get. I, I said all that to say this. The problem with art is that too many people who don't do art now want the attention that artists get, and they'll do anything to get it, you know? And that includes, you know, sabotaging the actual artist that they're supposed to be helping within their own collective or whatever. And this is why everything that we used to love is now a bit shittier. You know, I feel like as Americans and honestly just as a global group of people, you know, it just is what it is. It's just like I don't know. There's just a group of people who just they're so nuts, man. Like they just wanna all they want to do is just drain the world of any sort of value that it has, and then force people to kind of be subject to their ideas and the way their world should be. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Top of gamings. How you doing, man? What's up? And Valente, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I wasn't ignoring you, but I had to get that out. You were disturbing the class. All right. I'm not a teacher, but I know a bad kid when I see one. All right. I know how that is. You're the hyper ADHD kid who eats too much sugar and calls out during class. I've learned it. I've seen it. You got to call people out like that. I don't know. What do you guys think about AI in music, though? How do you feel about all that? What am I doing? I was talking about MIA and how she got booed off of Kid Cudi's stage, and how she eventually got fired. Then we got into the talk about conservatism in hip hop and how it's building and why it's building. And then we were kind of talking about just like anything, really realistically, AI in hip hop, and just AI in art in general, and like why art as a whole is deteriorating over time. I said it's just because a lot of people's egos are just, too much. And a lot of people who used to be part of the unit of people that helped an artist now are so insanely jealous of artists because of social media, and now kind of sabotage artists, or they don't help them out enough and kind of just try to put themselves in the limelight, you know? Um, it's wild, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I truly don't know what to do, and I truly don't know where the world is going as far as like art and stuff in the next 100 years. Um, do you guys think like AI is really going to take over with all this stuff? Because I kind of think it will, but I also kind of think it won't. Like, call me naive, like low key, like call me naive, but at the same time, I think like 100 years from now, right? The same people who watch like Big Bang Theory and like total bullshit like CBS sitcoms are gonna be the ones who like watch and listen to like AI slop all the time. Like that's their favorite music. AI artists are their favorite artists. I think that is realistically what's gonna happen. But I also think the people who don't watch Big Bang Theory and like It's Always Sunny and like Pharaoh Monch and all these artistic people, uh, I think they're gonna cling to more local artists. So I don't think, in 100 years there's really gonna be any like Kanye's or like Jay Z's as far as the riches that they get. But I do think there's going to be a kind of like a middle class to upper middle class version of artists, right? And basically, they're going to be supported by small groups of supporters. Um, you know, Thank you. Like and subscribe. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's some good advice. Listen to this guy. You should definitely like and subscribe. Because I'm out here. I'm putting some shit out there, man. I'm doing my thing, dude. Um, but yeah, that's what I think. I think it's gonna cause more value actually for art, in this kind of pure way, in the sense of like, because you can't make as much money off of art, people who are in it simply just to make money and just to get attention won't do it because it doesn't scratch that itch anymore. So people who just simply love the thing are going to be the ones doing it, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of really profound shit, man. Like I even think like as like movies and shit die out, what's going to happen is that a lot of the big filmmakers in the world are going to be on here on YouTube, and they're going to have like crowd-funded movies. I think crowd-funded movies are going to become uh, like the main staple of what movies are. Like shit like Warner Brothers and Sony and all that stuff. I think they will slowly eventually fade away. Crowd-funded movies will just kind of happen, and then maybe those bigger things might distribute those things. But even that, I don't really know. I think movies and film is gonna go back to what it was in the '70s, where you just have all these directors who just give a shit about directing and just making things, and they're not making that much money, but it's enough money to have a decent life, and they just have their fans, and that's about it. Or our robot overlords will take over and destroy us all. But what say you? Which movie is your favorite? My favorite movie is, it's a tie between Superbad and City of God. Uh, I don't know if you ever seen City of God. It was a movie that came out in like kind of the mid 2000s. Very amazing movie, amazing movie. When I first saw it, it was one of the greatest things I'd ever seen in my life. So like true cinema, City of God, God, like God. Definitely check it out. Check it out. One of my favorites is about these kids who are living in the hood of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. And basically like the shit that they go through and how they grow up and everything. It's really amazing. And just shows you why you shouldn't be in that world because it's always a waste, and how to get out of it as well too. And then super bad obviously is super bad. I mean, I am 34 years old right now. She a little gray hairs over here. All right, so I was born and raised in the mid-budget comedy movie era. Your Seth Rogen movies, Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin, right? Super bad. Anchorman and all that type of stuff. Black Dynamite, right? I'm gonna get you, sucker. Those are movies that I love. Friday, obviously, they barely made that movie with any money. I'm 34, like I just said. But yeah, man, those are my like favorite like comedic movies. So I was born in that era. So as far as my favorite movies, it's really a tie between Superbad and City of God. Because Superbad was like, I don't know, man, that shit kind of changed shit. That was a cultural wave at the time, and I'm telling you, like, you young kids, I don't know how old everybody is in the chat right now, but like a lot of you younger guys, even if you're like 25 and down, um you don't understand how it was to like actually like really like party in the early like 2000s, in high school. I'm not even talking about like college and all that shit. I'm talking about like in high school. Like I grew up in like the suburbs of Jersey and shit like that, bro. We used to just get like fucked up. Like we had like TV, like we had like movie parties, like the parties you would see in movies. I've been to those. Like I've been to parties with like 50 high school kids, you know what I mean? Like in the woods or in somebody's backyard, they're drinking out of a keg, smoking weed, hanging out. Like that super bad shit is like the shit I lived. And that's what a lot of kids lived. And so when that thing came out, it took the world by fucking storm. I can't even describe it. I can't even describe it you know. So pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. Oh shit, we got fans all the way from India out here. I didn't know all that. Okay. Okay, let me know. India, what's your favorite movie? You know? Let me know. Is it anything that I would know? Explain it a little bit. Let me know what your favorite movie is. We'll kick it. Kick it here a little bit. I do love cinema. I was gonna go to school for film, and now I still shoot stuff. I still write. Gotten into some script competitions as well. So I'm actually gonna be putting out some short films pretty soon. So look out for that if you guys are into cinema and all that. Um, you know, good times as usual. Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to burp. I've been drinking. This is water, not vodka, but I don't know. I've been a little backed up today. Yeah, man. But yeah, I still can't believe the whole MIA shit, man. MIA shit, dude. Uh, Anybody see the Dame Dash interview? Did you see the Dame Dash interview on Art of Dialogue? How you feel about that? Let me know. Mm. I feel like hip hop is in a real weird place right now, and like in like 10 years, we're gonna look back and be like, that was fucking insane. Remember when every rapper went from being super liberal to just like super, super conservative? And people are gonna lose their minds. Um, you know, it's a very weird, but for all the people out there, just know, bro, like don't demean people of other religions or other countries, right? We all have lives to live out here. We are all citizens of the earth, right? Peace, love to everybody. And with that, I'm gonna say peace out. All right. I'll see you guys later. And make sure to